Hello everyone, welcome to Tracast Science, and today I am back again with yet another new video. In this video I will discuss the monthly horoscope for the month of July 2021, and I will also talk about the different planetary transits which is going to take place in this month and how they are going to impact us. All the 12 ascendant signs will be discussed in this video. And as usual, if you are new to this channel, press the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon so that every time I make a new video you get notified instantly. So let us talk about the planetary transits and the transit of planets over the different signs for this month. At present, Sun is transiting over the sign of Gemini, but on 16th of July Sun will change the sign. It will enter the sign of Cancer. Mercury in its direct motion is transiting in the sign of Taurus with Rahu at present, but on 7th of July Mercury will change the sign. It will enter its own sign Gemini, and this Mercury will also leave the sign of Gemini on 25th of July and it will enter the sign of Cancer. At present, Mars and Venus is transiting over the sign of Cancer, and on 17th of July Venus will enter the sign of Leo and it will leave the sign of Cancer, and on 20th of July Mars will enter the sign of Leo. Jupiter is as usual transiting in the sign of Aquarius in the retrograde motion. Saturn is transiting in its own house, own sign Capricorn in the retrograde motion. Rahu is transiting in the sign of Taurus, and Scorpio is transited over by Ketu. So these are the planetary positions and transits which is going to take place and how they are going to impact us for all the 12 ascendant signs. Come, let us see. For the Aries ascendant people, the Lagna Lord Mars will remain debilitated in the sign of Cancer till 20th of July, and this will be the reason for mental stress and anxiety. Presence of Venus here will enhance your domestic happiness and peace, and this combination of Mars and Venus here in the sign of Cancer will make you indulge in luxuries and comforts. But the most important thing is the aspect of Saturn which will be on Mars and Venus, which will ask for more discipline structure in domestic, marital and personal matters. But on 17th of July, when Venus enters the sign of Leo and Mars enters the sign of Leo on 20th of July, that time period will be very good for putting your energies, efforts, love and passion on your creative talents. Your way of expression will improve far more than before. Suppose if you are belonging to any kind of art and creative fraternity, you are an athlete, you are a dancer, or suppose you are a sports person, you love adventure, this will be a very good time to pursue those aspects of your life. There are chances of romantic relationships because since Leo is your fifth house, and since Leo is inimical sign to Venus, so there are also chances of ego battles with your wife, spouse in your marital relationships. Okay, so you have to be careful regarding that. Sun will continue to transit your third house, and on 7th Mercury will also enter the sign of Gemini. Previously Mercury was transiting in the sign of Taurus along with Rahu, and recently Mercury has got direct, and now Mercury on 7th when it will enter the sign of Gemini, it will give far more better results, specifically when it is along with Sun. It's a wonderful time to enhance your communication skills, your hobbies, creativity and efforts. A very good time if you are an author, writer, counselor, orator or even a journalist. These are the professions or these are the genres which are actually governed by Mercury, and these are actually related with the third house, and here Mercury is the third lord itself. So this transit of Sun and Mercury through your third house will definitely bring all success in your projects and ventures whatever you undertake. But on 16th of July when Sun will leave the sign of Gemini and it will enter the sign of Cancer, that time, since sun is your fifth lord and it is coming into the fourth house, it will be very good time for your education, it will be very good time for your career. But I will say you, since sun is a very hot and fiery planet, it will also lead to mental anxiety and stress. Your domestic peace can get affected due to this transit of sun, so you have to take care regarding that also. Rahu will be transiting through your second house and it will definitely improve your financial condition. It will definitely give you success towards your personal possessions. Okay, and Ketu will be transiting through your eighth house, and that during this period when Ketu is transiting through your eighth house, be very careful regarding any kind of insurance, money, or joint assets, legacies, or while you are handling the assets of the other people. Be careful regarding that. Jupiter will be transiting through your 11th house of Aquarius, but now Jupiter is getting retrograde. Obviously, Jupiter will expand your profits and gains, but here now, since Jupiter is getting retrograde towards the sign of Capricorn, where it gets debilitated, now here it simply means that you have to be very much disciplined, you have to work with your wisdom and knowledge, and that is the time when Jupiter will give you gains in your life. Because don't forget, Saturn is also transiting through your 10th house in the sign of Capricorn in the retrograde motion. So now Saturn is asking for much more discipline, commitment at your work and arena. So this Saturn and Jupiter will work, will give results in a combined way. So your karma and your dharma has to be completely upright while you do any work. Then only it will give you gains, because don't forget, Saturn is also your 11th lord. So this is the general predictions which we can see by the transit of the different planets for the month of July for the Aries people. For the Taurus ascendant people, the Lagna Lord Venus will be transiting in the third house of efforts and valor. Very good time period for getting success in art, creativity, singing, dancing. In the third house, Mars is getting debilitated, so there will also be some kind of frustration and anxiety related to your efforts and actions. So you may not get the results as you expect. But on 17th, when Venus will enter Leo, it will give more good results related to your domestic happiness, peace, luxuries, and comforts. And on 20th of July, when Mars will enter the sign of Leo in your fourth house, there will be many results, many changes. You see, Mars is a natural malefic planet, so when it will transit through your fourth house, it will definitely bring some kind of mental agony, anxiety, irritation, some kind of stress. Okay, but you see, this Mars is your seventh lord. Seventh lord transiting through the fourth house of happiness will definitely bring domestic happiness and marital happiness. This Mars will play a very dominant role along with Venus to make sure that it will put the right actions, right efforts to balance the domestic peace and happiness at your home, or house where you live. Okay. On 7th, Mercury will enter the sign of Gemini. At present, Mercury is transiting in the first house along with Rahu, but on 7th, this Mercury will enter the sign of Gemini in your second house where Sun is at present transiting. So it will join Sun. This transit of Mercury will be very good for you. It will not only improve your decision making skills related to your finance and wealth, but also it will strengthen your morals, your speech and communication with your friends and family. It's a very good chance of investment and incoming of wealth and possessions, since Mercury is also your fifth lord transiting through the second house in its own sign. It is creating a very strong dhan yoga. So incoming of wealth is very likely during this time period when Mercury is transiting through the second house of Gemini. On 16th, Sun will enter the sign of Cancer in your third house, and it will be more favorable transit of Sun, giving you all round courage and success in all ventures and projects. At present, Rahu is continuing to transit in your first house, which is giving you self confidence and powerful personality. It is curving down all the problems of your life and enemies. While Ketu in the seventh house will make sure that you are getting detached from your marital matters, and which in turn is actually creating some kind of domestic unhappiness and quarrels. So you have to take care regarding that. Jupiter in the 10th house will create some kind of ups and downs, as it is the 11th as it is the 8th lord. Now since it is also the 11th lord, it will also give you gains through your career, through your karma, through your profession, whatever you do in your life. Okay, but you see here, since Jupiter is getting retrograde, so now you have to work on your wisdom and knowledge more to get your work done with perfection. In one word, to get stability in your career and to have gains, you have to work more hard due to this transit of Jupiter. Okay. Saturn in your ninth house is transiting in a retrograde motion, and it is asking for more discipline and commitment towards your father, Guru, Dharma. You have to follow the religious and spiritual customs and rituals with more devotion to get far more better results. Since Saturn is your ninth and 10th lord, so if you follow the righteous path, if you follow the dharma, then it will not only improve your luck, fortune and prosperity, it will also improve your career and profession, where Jupiter is getting retrograde. So it will balance the both the houses. So this is all for the Taurus ascendant people for the month of July. For the Gemini ascendant people, Sun will be transiting in your first house. So this will definitely ensure your good confidence, personality and power. You will take more care of your personal matters, and it may also seem that you will face problems working with the other peoples because of the aspect of Sun in the 7th house. This will also give rise to ego, which in turn can create indifference and quarrels with others. Because of its hot and fiery nature of the planet Sun, some problems related to blood pressure or irritation or anxiety can take place because Sun is transiting over the first house. First house is our intelligence, okay. But on 7th, Mercury will enter the sign of Gemini in your first house. Mercury is your first lord. At present, Mercury is transiting in the 12th house along with Rahu, but on 7th, as soon as Mercury enters the sign of Gemini in your first house, it is going to improve your personality, your health, your decision making, your intelligence, your name, fame, wealth, and finance will improve. And at the same time, your happiness index will also rise because Mercury is also your fourth lord. So, from 7th of July onwards, you will see that lots of positive changes are coming in your way, because this combination of Sun and Mercury is going to give you a very good personality in front of the whole world. Your attitude, your intelligence will be far more better. Your logical and analytical thinking skills will improve far more better than it was before in the past 2 or 3 months when Mercury was retrograde, then again it got direct. Okay, on 16th of July, when Sun will enter the sign of Cancer in your second house, during that time period, take care of your wealth, finance, and expenditure, because you see, Sun essentially is a very hot and fiery planet. It is considered to be a mild malefic planet. So I will say you that this presence of Sun will definitely going to rise your morals and standard of family values, but at the same time, because of high ego, there can be some unnecessary quarrels with family matters. So be careful regarding that. Otherwise, I will say you that it is definitely going to be a good transit, because Sun is going into the sign of Cancer. Now Cancer is lorded by Moon. It's a friendly sign, but again, since it is a water sign, so the element of emotion will always be there. So be careful regarding that. At present, Mars and Venus is transiting through your second house at present. This is making expenditures more on luxuries, comforts, and possessions. And now, why is it? Because Mars is debilitated, so there is an unnecessary emotional hive which is going on, and that is the reason which is making up some expenditures. Now, since Venus is a benefic planet and natural benefic planet, and for you also it is a functional benefic, so here Venus is definitely going to give some good result in your second house. It is definitely asking for far more comforts and luxuries and possessions in your life. But the thing is, on 17th, Venus is transiting to the sign of Leo, and on 20th, Mars is entering the sign of Leo. As soon as Venus enters the sign of Leo, it is going to give you far more better results in terms of your social connections, in terms of creativity, your prosperity, and gain of wealth. Because here Venus is making going to make you a social butterfly, basically. On 20th, when Mars enters the sign of Leo, in your third house, that is this for the Gemini ascendant people, your energies will be very high, and you see this combination of Mars and Venus will be a very positive for you. It will bring a very good results for you. Your energies will be very high, and you will get success all through your efforts, and all your actions will be in such a way that you are going to get the results, good results out of it. But I will say you that at the same time, avoid conflicts with the people with daily contact, because Mars essentially is a natural malefic planet. Rahu is transiting through your 12th house, which is definitely making you interested in occult science and giving you intuitions. And this transit of Rahu in the sign of Taurus in 12th house is definitely going to give you victory over the enemies. Your interest towards the foreign culture, tradition, and customs are at its high. Okay. While Ketu in the sixth house signifies free from sickness, your name, fame through the knowledge is going to increase. Financial gains can be seen. And at present, Jupiter is transiting through the sign of Aquarius in your ninth house, and it is retrograde. So I will say you that be sure regarding your path of dharma, righteousness. Means you may have thought that whatever you are doing is according to dharma, but it may not be the actual truth. You have to be very cautious regarding what things you are putting in front of the whole world. So your dharma, your relationship with your father, your guru, and all the good things of life, be very careful regarding that your actions, your reactions, and consequences can turn something bad for the other people. So whatever things you are thinking, it may not be correct. So work on your wisdom, work on your knowledge. Without knowing the correct things, please don't give any reaction. Go for the bottom of the things, then you can understand. Because you see, Jupiter will be retrograding back into your 8th house, the house of secrets, the house of hidden knowledge. So until and unless you get the actual correct truth, don't give the reactions. Okay, so this is the Jupiter retrogression is teaching you. Saturn is retrograde already in the sign of Capricorn in your 8th house. So here Saturn is asking you to be far more focused in your marital life, your relationship with your in-laws, your actions and reactions related towards your joint assets, insurance. Okay, means how you are handling it. Now Saturn is asking far more commitment regarding these aspects of your life, so be careful regarding that. Otherwise, I will say you that this month is going to be a better one when these planetary transits are going on for the Gemini ascendant people. Okay, for the Cancer ascendant people, Mars will be transiting over your Lagna, getting debilitated in the sign of Cancer. And it is also getting the aspect of retrograde Saturn. So, this transit of Mars will be challenging for you. And as you won't be able to understand when and how to put the efforts and energy in your life, and you will also feel that you are getting judged by the other peoples. It is only due to the aspect of Saturn from the 7th house. Now, what is going to happen? This will adversely impact your health, your personality, your happiness index, and obviously your marital life. Now, you see, why I talked about the happiness index, because your fourth house is getting impacted by the aspect of Mars and Saturn, and your fourth lord Venus is sitting with Mars and getting aspected by Saturn from the seventh house. So although Venus will try to bring peace and harmony in your marital life, but still, since it is getting impacted severely, so there will be some constant mental anxiety in and around you. You may feel that people is not trying to understand you. You may feel that whatever I am trying to say, whatever I am trying to do, other people are not understanding me, instead they are judging me. So I will say you that at this moment of time, when Saturn is getting retrograde in your seventh house, it is asking for more commitment and structure in your married life. So it is putting up hell lot of challenges and restrictions. So you have to work up to it. You have to take it up as a challenge, and you have to, I know it's going to be a bit messy and tough, but still I will say you that this is the solution. Give importance to your spouse, give importance to the opinion of the other people. It is not the time to become self-centered. It is the time to do the compromise, to learn to do the compromise and understand the problems of the other people also, because it is your spouse who is going to help you in this part of your life, because he or she is your partner. Okay, so if you take care of your spouse is also going to give you it back to you and help you in all the problems of your life. So this is the time when you should give more importance to your spouse and marital life. On 17th, this Venus will enter the sign of Leo, and on 20th, Mars will also enter the sign of Leo. That time period will lead to some expenditures, because you see, Mars is essentially a malefic planet. Although it is a benefic planet for the Cancer ascendant peoples, but still, since Mars is going over the second house, it will lead to some expenditures. But since Venus is also transiting over the second house in the sign of Leo after 17th, so that expenditures will be towards your luxuries, towards your comforts. But still I will say you that do the expenditures only when you feel that it is highly required. And since Mars over the second house transit can also lead to some kind of conflicts, so be very careful that what you say and to whom you are saying and how you are saying. Your actions and reactions will matter. Jupiter will continue to transit in your 8th house in retrograde motion. Thus, it will ask for more responsibility and wise decisions related to your marital life. Your relationship with your in-laws has to be taken care of. Your joint assets, your any kind of contracts which you have made with the other people. Be very careful regarding that. Okay, you have to be very much wise and knowledgeable regarding the secrets or any type of things which you want to maintain with the other people. You may feel that what you knew was correct, but the actual truth may be something else. So be careful regarding that. Try to work on your own knowledge system. So this Jupiter is trying to teach you that. And definitely this Jupiter will also give you some spiritual bent of mind. It will give you wisdom of the occult science and spirituality. On 7th, Mercury will join Sun in the 12th house of Gemini. At present, Mercury is in your 11th house. It has got direct with the, it is at present with Rahu, but on 12th, it is going to enter the sign of Gemini in the 12th house. Normally, the transit of Mercury in the 12th house is not considered good, but since here Mercury is the 12th lord itself, so I will say you that this transit is not as bad as it is thought of. I will say you, in fact, this Mercury is going to give you a very good result, because since it is coming into its own sign, and here Mercury is definitely going to give you the necessary comforts and pleasures of the 12th house, related 12th house. If you are thinking of taking up any spiritual knowledge, or if you are thinking to taking up any spiritual path, then this is a very good time, because that Mercurian intelligence and spiritual knowledge will help you in your path of your life. And on 16th, this Sun, which is at present transiting in the sign of Gemini, will enter your Lagna, and that time your Lagna will be far more strong. Although it will get the aspect of Saturn, but I will say you that that time you will be able to take far more better results, means on 16th onwards. At present, Rahu is transiting over your 11th house, but this Rahu will make sure that it is going to give you gains in your life from multiple sources, while Ketu in 5th may create some dissatisfaction and worries. So be careful in your investments in speculative businesses. Otherwise, I will say you that Rahu in 11th house is going to definitely going to give you a lots of gains. So that's it from my side for the Cancer ascendant people in the month of July. For the Leo ascendant people, the Mars and Venus will continue to transit in your 12th house. This debilitated Mars transit will cause some unwanted expenditure, quarrels with spouse, loss through enemies, eye troubles and dishonor. On the other hand, Venus in 12th house will give you all kind of pleasures, comforts and gains. It will also make you charitable. On 17th, Venus is entering the sign of Leo, and on 20th, Mars will enter the sign of Leo. That time period will be a wonderful time for all of you. You will get a new energy, new spirit and passion to start any new work or project. It will give you power and attraction, this particular transit of Mars and Venus into the first house of Leo ascendant people, that is in the sign of Leo. It is the best time to express yourself and mitigate any problems which you had earlier in your life with someone because of this specific power of Venus of negotiation in your first house. It will look directly into the 7th house. This will definitely prove to be a beautiful time for all of you because of this transit. And at present, Sun, your first lord, is in 11th house, and it will bring all sorts of gains in your life: good health, fame, reputation and gains through your friends and elders. Very soon Mercury will also enter the sign of Gemini in your 11th house and join the Sun. It will increase your logical and analytical intelligence on how to deal with new projects, with your friends and network circle, with new team spirit, and have multiple gains in your life. Gains through communication, teaching, writing, oratorship, media, journalism, or even consulting can also be seen, because you see, these all things are related to the sign of Gemini, and Mercury is master of all these things. So when Mercury will be transiting through the sign of Gemini in your 11th house, so there can be gains through, if you are related to these things, then you can have multiple gains through these options. Rahu in 10th house will surely make you more success oriented and help you to find the top position at your work, while Ketu in the 4th house in the sign of Scorpio, it can create some sense of disturbed peace of mind. Although seclusion and isolation can give you happiness in these scenarios, means if you are working in secluded environment at your home, then it will be much more beneficial for you. Jupiter transit through your 7th house will take care of your marital happiness, but due to its retrograde motion, it's necessary that you let go of your ego and definitely take care of your spouse and give importance to his or her opinion and needs, means whatever they are trying to convey you, because that thing will definitely help you in your marriage life. And since Jupiter is retrograde, so it may happen that whatever wisdom or whatever knowledge you are applying in your in continuing your married life or your partnerships, you have to check those things and you have to work on it, and that will definitely help you in building a new relationship in a new way with your spouse. Okay. Saturn in the 6th house will make you more service oriented, more disciplined, and yes, your commitment is required towards your superiors, and also take care of your subordinates during this transit of Saturn in your 6th house in a retrograde motion. It will be beneficial for all of you. So that's it for the Leo ascendant people for the month of July. For the Virgo people, Mercury is at present transiting through your 9th house of luck, which is giving you fortune, prosperity, and blessings. But very soon, it will enter the sign of Gemini on 7th of July in 10th house, and it will give you more power as it will be joining Sun in the 10th house. as the 10th lord itself, because Gemini is lorded by Mercury and Mercury is your Lagna lord. Okay, start of new ventures, good success in all works and projects, and it will also make you more independent towards your decision making, towards your profession and business, whatever you are attached with. Good name, fame, reputation in the society and the work environment, because 10th house is the mid heaven. Okay, so it will actually make you the person in limelight. Okay, the people around you will know about you, that what you are doing and how you are getting the things done. Okay, so your reputation will increase in the society. At present, Mars and Venus is in your 11th house, and I will say it's a welcome transit for both the planets, Mars and Venus. Although Mars is debilitated, but overall, I will say you that transit of Mars through the 11th house is considered very good, because here Mars will be working on your networks, will be working through team spirit and make sure that you are having the gains in your life. But since it is debilitated, there will be some element of frustration, there will be some chances of mental anxiety, but not to worry. In order to compensate all those problems, Venus will be working for it. Venus is your ninth lord, it is the lord of your fortune and luck. This Venus will help you get all kind of gains through multiple sources in your life. It will be proved to successful in any kind of team negotiation, which in turn will help you get more profits in your life. Okay, you will feel that your luck, your fortune is working in order to gain any kind of wealth or any success in your life. Okay, your life will become much more luxurious and comforts because of this transit of Venus through your 11th house. But on 17th, on 17th, when Venus will enter the sign of Leo, and 20th Mars will enter the sign of Leo, that time I will say you that since Mars will be transiting through the 12th house, you have to take care regarding your loss, you have to take care regarding your expenditure of wealth and also your health. There can be some chances of eye troubles since it is transiting through your 12th house, so be specific regarding that. On 16th of July, Sun will enter your 11th house of gains. That time you will again see that this particular time will be very good period for team spirit and success all around. Gain of name, fame and reputation will also be seen. And since Sun is our vitality, so good health, and Sun is your 12th lord, so wealth may come from foreign sources, or if you are attached with some kind of multinational company, or if you are having some foreign clients, then you will be beneficial during this period when Sun will be transiting through your 11th house of gains. Now, coming back to Mars and Venus, since Venus will also be transiting in your 12th house after from 17th of July onwards, so this presence of Venus will give you all sorts of comforts, pleasures and gains. So it will definitely compensate the problems which Mars will face. But since Mars is out of its debilitation, so it will give some good results. Now this Martian energy and Venusian passion can help you to get into spiritual life, can get help you to get into some spiritual practices or any kind of meditative practices, or yoga practice or something like that. If you want to practice or if you want to do those things, then this is a very good time for all of you. It will provide you the necessary discipline to do all these things. Yes, one more thing I will say you, one I will add here, that it may happen during this transit of Mars, you may feel that you are not getting the necessary recognition and respect for all your works. Also, there can also be some chances of displeasure from the superiors or the authority during this transit of Mars, because since it is traveling from your 12th house. But I will say you that the transit of Venus will also help you here. It will make you serve the other people, it will make you much more charitable. So more you serve the other people during this transit of Mars and Venus to your 12th house, more it will be beneficial for all of you. Okay, at present Rahu is transiting through your ninth house, And this transit of Rahu will be making you more philosophical, more spiritual and religious. Your interest towards occult and religious sciences will increase. Your interest towards foreign customs, foreign rituals, foreign places will also increase during this time. And Ketu is transiting at present through your third house, so it will confer all round happiness because Ketu is in sign of Scorpio, so it will be beneficial for you. At present, I will say you that Jupiter is transiting in your sixth house retrograde motion, and Jupiter is your seventh lord. It is also your fourth lord. So, this is the time when you have to look upon what things you have to do in order to bring peace at home or solve the problems of your marital matters with your spouse, or if some problems you had or you were facing regarding your home or any kind of things which got you to in a trouble in a past regarding your home or regarding your marriage or regarding your spouse. This is the time when you have to work on it, and you will get, if you try to work on it, you will definitely going to get success from it. Okay, because of this retrogression of Jupiter in your sixth house. But you have to look upon it. It may happen that if you don't work on those things now, then the problems can increase further in your life. Saturn will be transiting in your fifth house in a retrograde motion, so it's a very good time to show more discipline and commitment towards your education, towards your intelligence, towards your creative talents, and it's the very good time to take more care for your children and progeny. Okay, because those things, if you do, then it will be beneficial for you, and it will definitely going to give some good results in your life. So that's it for the Virgo people for the month of July. For the Libra ascendant people, the Lagna Lord Venus will be transiting through your 10th house, and it will be a favorable transit for all of you as far as your business and profession is concerned. Your superiors, your persons in authority will be helpful to you. But on the other hand, Mars is also transiting through your 10th house in the sign of Cancer and getting debilitated. And moreover, the aspect of Saturn from the 4th house is falling on the 10th house. So, there will be some reason for mental anxiety, there will be some kind of frustrations regarding your work environment. And I will say you that on 17th of July, when Venus will enter the sign of Leo in your 11th house, and on 20th of July, when Mars will enter the sign of Leo in the 11th house, that transit of Mars and Venus through the sign of Leo will be far more better transits, favorable transit as far as Libra ascendant people is concerned. Due to this transit of Venus through the 11th house, it will bring much more good result in terms of your gains and profits. Your life will be more comfortable during this transit, and you will feel that mental and domestic happiness is coming in your way, gain of wealth and prosperity, increase of income, pleasurable pursuits. Okay, and since Mars will also transit through your 11th house in the sign of Leo after 20th of July, it will help you building a more good team spirit, work with your group and in common projects, and that will bring lots of gains in your life. Gain of landed property can be seen if you are related to any kind of work of real estate or something like that, then that can be much more helpful to you. Otherwise, I will say that this Martian energy will give you lots of positive intent, positive actions towards the right purpose of your life. And this Venus and Mars, that is the action and passion, the energy will be much more better as far as the other transits are concerned. At present, Sun is transiting through your 9th house, and this Sun is your 11th Lord. Now, you will feel that due to this transit of Sun through the house of luck and fortune, you will feel that your luck and fortune is supporting you. You will feel that your gains are coming by the some fortunate events. Okay, you may feel that suddenly something went in your favor. So that will be the transit of sun through your ninth house. And since it is transiting through the ninth house, you will also get to meet peoples of religious communities. You may get into some religious or spiritual way of living. You can start a new hobby because sun will be aspecting the third house. Okay, so it is a very good transit, I will say, of this sun. But on 16th of July, when this sun will enter your 10th house of career and profession, that time it will give more good result, I will say, because this sun in 10th house will not only get the directional strength, but also it will increase your name, fame, reputation, and it will also bring some positive changes as far as your working environment is concerned. Your dealings with your superiors, with the people in authority will be much more improved during this time. And this is this combination of sun, Mars and Venus transits for the Libra people, I will say, is far more good. At present, Mercury is transiting through your 8th house, and it is with Rahu, and recently Mercury has got direct. But on 7th of July, Mercury will enter the ninth house. Now, this is again a very good transit, I will say, because Mercury is your ninth lord. It is the lord of your luck and fortune. It is the planet which is responsible for your prosperity in your life, and it is entering its own house, so it will take care of all your luck and fortune. It will make sure that whatever work you do, you get success in your life. And this Mercury will be very good and beneficial in terms of your logical and analytical intelligence. You will also get support in order to study new subjects, be it law, be it philosophy, or any kind of higher knowledge. This Mercury will help you get in touch with new people, be it communication, be it traveling, or be it new hobbies. So this is a very welcome transit for all of you. At present, Rahu is transiting through your 8th house, and this Rahu will be definitely helping you getting into more towards occult and spiritual sciences. Okay, and this Rahu will also help you get in gains from your partnerships and any contracts which you have dealings with the other people. It will help you get gains through it. But I will say you that since it is transiting through the 8th house, you must take care of your health and take care of stomach troubles. Okay, so these are the few things which we can look forward when Rahu is transiting through the 8th house. Ketu will be transiting through your 2nd house, and this is the time when you may feel that you are getting detached with the family bondings. You may feel that you are not more interested in the wealth and financial matters. Okay, so just take care that you don't do any unwanted expenditures. Okay, so this is what we can understand from the transit of Ketu for this month. At present, Jupiter is transiting through your 5th house, and it is getting retrograde. Yes, obviously it will give you a very good sense of self-expression in front of the whole world. It will try to increase your gains. It is also taking care of your personality, your health. But since it is getting retrograde, so now it is asking you for gaining more intelligence, more wisdom, and more knowledge in order to express yourself in creative talents, towards learning new things in your life, and also brushing up your knowledge and your intelligence in order to put forward yourself in front of the whole world. And that is the time when you will be able to get more gains out of it, because it is directly aspecting the 11th house through its 7th aspect. At present, Saturn is also transiting in your 4th house of happiness, and Saturn is your 4th lord itself. Normally, the transit of Saturn from the 4th house is not considered that good, but since it is the 4th lord, it is having the responsibility to give you the happiness itself. So since it is getting retrograde, so what can happen, I will say that it may happen that some old or some previous matters related to your home, related to your place where you live in, or any kind of convenience or luxuries, anything can pop up suddenly, and you have to take care of that. Suddenly you may feel that there is a sense of commitment and responsibility towards your home, towards your mother. So that is the time when Saturn is asking that you need to put more discipline and commitment towards your home, towards your secured environment, towards the place where you live in, towards your relationship with your mother. because that is when Saturn will give you more better result when you take care of all these things, because that is what Saturn is asking from you. Saturn is saying that when you become more responsible towards your home, towards your homely environment, that is the time when you can secure more happiness and peace of mind out of it. So that is, if you do, then obviously Saturn is going to give you very good result, because at present it is transiting in the 4th house as the 4th lord itself. So that's it for the Libra ascendant people for the month of July. For the Scorpio people, your Lagna Lord Mars will be transiting through your 9th house of luck and fortune along with Venus. So now you can do more creative and intellectual works than before. But make sure that you do not force your religious views on others. Avoid long journeys during this transit of Mars through your 9th house and try to follow the righteous path and dharma, because at present 9th house is getting afflicted by the aspect of Saturn and the debilitation of Mars. So under certain circumstances it can lead to legal complications, because don't forget that 9th house is also the house of law. But the transit of Venus will be a favorable one for you. Here it will be more good one. It will enhance your luck and fortune. It will make your life more comfortable. Relationship with your father and elders will improve. Happiness index will rise. It will also improve your marital happiness, because don't forget Venus is also your 7th lord. On 17th, Venus will enter Leo in your 10th house and bring professional success in your life. Your superiors will help you and have a cordial relationship in your work environment. On 20th, when Mars will enter Leo, it will bring new energy and enthusiasm at your workplace and a good competitive spirit in your actions. So try to avoid any kind of conflicts at your workplace. Otherwise this transit is going to be very good one, because Mars will be aspected by Jupiter, and Mars will be transiting along with Venus. So two powerful benefics will be impacting Mars in the 10th house. So overall this transit will be a good one. So just you have to make sure that you are not getting too much competitive and not getting into any kind of conflict at your workplace. Otherwise this transit of Venus and Mars is going to be a very good one in your 10th house. At present Sun is in your 8th house, so take care of your health. There can be chances of displeasure from your authorities during this transit. On 16th, Sun will enter your 9th house of Cancer and bring more success at your career and professional area of your life, because Sun is your 10th lord. Relationship with your father and guru will improve during this transit of Sun in your 9th house, and chances of meeting peoples of religious communities will be there. On 7th, Mercury will enter your 8th house. This transit will be a good one, as you will be able to solve your hidden aspects of your life. Like suppose if there are any hidden matters or something which is going on in your conscious or subconscious mind, but you are not getting the proper time and space to solve it, this is the time when Mercury is transiting through your 8th house. Deep thinking and research will give you far more better results. Okay, it will try to solve your problems of your life, and hence it will bring steadiness in your life, in your every aspect of your life. Victory over enemies, gains through contracts or negotiation in partnerships or business will be possible during this transit. At present, Rahu is transiting through your 7th house, and it will confer marital bliss and happiness, success over opponents, and gains through business and partnerships can be seen during this transit. While Ketu is transiting through your 1st house, it will help you work more on your personality and self confidence. At present, Jupiter is transiting through your 4th house, and this transit will give you far more better results, because it will improve your domestic and family peace and happiness, improve relationship with your parents, support from family, acquirement of new property, and expansion of your home environment is also possible. Gain or having new convenience Okay, luxurious or comfortable items at your home is also possible. Jupiter will here aspect the 10th house, so it will be beneficial for your career and professional area. Jupiter will also activate your moksha trikon houses, that is the 4th house, 8th house and 12th house. So it will definitely bring spiritual and religious bent of mind in your life, and ultimately help your mind to get more peace and happiness in the course of time. So this is the transit of Jupiter in third house. At present, Saturn is getting retrograde, so it is asking for more commitment and discipline towards your courage, towards your efforts, your creative talents and hobbies. So here Saturn is asking your discipline, steadiness towards your work, because that will help you to get more success and prosperity in all the projects and ventures which you undertake, and it will ultimately increase your name, fame and reputation, because this transit of Saturn through your third house is a very favorable one, and since it is getting retrograde, so it is giving you more chances and more time to work on your talents and hobbies. So that's it for the Scorpio ascendant people for the month of July 2021. Okay. For the Sagittarius ascendant people, your Lagna Lord Jupiter will be transiting through the third house of efforts and actions, and this Jupiter will enhance your communication skills with your immediate environment, be it your family, friends, relatives, neighborhood, or your even your siblings. Your you will see that expansion in your social circle will be very much evident during this time. You will also get new sets of knowledge and wisdom regarding how to prove your creative talents and hobbies. But since this Jupiter is retrograde, so it will also give you the proper wisdom regarding which projects to choose and which projects not to choose, because the transit of Jupiter through the third house will increase your patience level, and there is a chance that people may misuse your talents. So here Jupiter will give you the necessary knowledge that which projects will give you sweet fruits in near future and which one will not give you. So you have to be very choosy during this time, that what where you are putting your efforts and energy and where you are not. So if you do this in a frequent manner, then that will be much more helpful during this transit of Jupiter. And nevertheless, this Jupiter will take care of your married life. It will be much more better for your married life. It will be also better for your gains in your life, because it will aspect the 7th house and 11th house, and obviously this Jupiter will also enhance your luck and fortune, your relationship with your parents, with your father, guru, elders will be far more better. You will feel that luck is favoring you in every aspect of your life. So this is a divine blessing when Jupiter is transiting through your third house and it is aspecting the ninth house of luck and fortune. At present, Saturn is transiting through its own house in the sign of Capricorn, in the second house in the retrograde motion. So now it is asking for more discipline towards your family bonding, towards your wealth and financial matters. In the past, if you had any problems regarding your wealth or finance, or any decision making regarding your family or family values or morals, so this is the time when Saturn will give you insights, or Saturn will put up certain challenges in your life which will prove to be fruitful if you work on it. It will make your family bonding much more compact and disciplined in your life, and it will make you much more closer to your family if you work on that way. And if you take care of your finance, wealth and economical matters very concerned, in a very concerned approach during this time, it will definitely give you much more good results as compared to before. But one thing, don't do any unwanted expenditure or spendings during this transit of Saturn when it is transiting in the sign of Capricorn, especially when it is retrograde, because that can bring some loss in your as far as your wealth is concerned. Sun will be transiting through your seventh house, and this Sun is inherently very independent planet by nature. It is the king of the solar system. So it does not like to intermingle with the masses, with the people. And now it is transiting through the seventh house, the house of masses. So this is the time when you have to show your cooperative nature, means especially with the spouse, your wife or husband, and with your business partners. It is not the time to show your ego. Suppose if you need help from your spouse, then you can directly ask help from him or her. There is no sense of ego, and that ego should not come in between the relationship between you and your spouse. This is the time when you have to be working with your partners, that is the business partners or your marital partner, that is spouse, okay, in a much more cooperative way, in a way of togetherness, that will enhance your life, that will enhance your marital life much more better than before. See, this sun is not putting up the challenge in your life, it is actually testing your cooperative nature. It is testing that how much you can move away from your ego and cooperate your wife or husband, or ask for cooperation or ask for help from them. So that is what this transit of sun is asking you. And on 16th, this sun will enter your 8th house. So that time I will say, when it is entering the sign of Cancer in your 8th house, so that time you need to be taking care of your health much more than before. Because transition of sun through the 8th house, it may happen that suddenly you do something which can lead to some kind of problems according to your health, or you may face displeasure from your authority, from your superiors, even from the government. So be very careful regarding that time, because sun is your ninth lord, and ninth lord coming into the 8th house, that is not considered good, okay, because at that moment of time you may feel that suddenly your luck and fortune is not supporting you. Although Jupiter will aspect the ninth house, but still, since ninth lord is coming into the 8th house after 16th of July, so be careful regarding those time, okay. At present, Mars and Venus is transiting through your 8th house, and this Mars and Venus transit through the 8th house, getting affliction and aspect of the Saturn. I will say that this transit of Mars has to be taken care of very minutely, in a very concerned approach. Means you have to take care of your health, you have to take care of your actions and efforts. You cannot do anything out of the spur of the moment. You cannot say somebody some harsh words out of the spur of the moment, because you see, Mars will aspect the second house and third house. Your speech, your communication, your efforts and actions has to be controlled during this time, because that can lead to some sudden events in your life, because it is ultimately transiting through the 8th house. So you have to take care of these things, your energies, your efforts, your actions, your speech and communication. You have to take care of your health. You have to be very cool, calm and composed during this time. I know this is going to be a challenging part, but this is the solution, this is the remedy which you have to follow during this time. And regarding Venus, I will say that Venus transit through the 8th house will definitely enhance your relationship with your spouse, your it will also enhance relationship with your in-laws, with your partners. Everything will be good. You will feel some gains. You can also get sudden gains from that, and it will also enhance your family values and financial matters. But since it is getting afflicted by Mars and Saturn, so there will be some unwanted mental anxiety, there will be some unwanted frustration related to your married life, okay. So these are the things which you have to take care during this transit of Venus and Mars from the 8th house. But on 17th, this Venus will enter the sign of Leo in the ninth house, and on 20th, Mars will enter the sign of Leo in the ninth house. So that time, this Mars and Venus will prove to be more beneficial for for all the Sagittarius people, because here Mars, when it will come into the sign of Leo along with Venus and the aspect of Jupiter, means two powerful benefics will be influencing this Mars, that is the energy in the ninth house of divine blessings. okay, you will suddenly feel that all your efforts, energies and your actions are going to give you fruitful success, fruitful results. So that is the time when you will feel more easy regarding your efforts, regarding your actions, regarding any hobbies which you are taking. Or suppose if you are thinking that you can select to go for any long journey or something like that, even that can also be possible, that you may suddenly visit some place out of your enjoyment, out of your pleasure, okay. The relationship with your father guru will improve during this time. This Mars will be much more disciplined, because this Mars will get the wisdom of Jupiter, it will get the passion from the Venus, and obviously the teachings and the divine blessings of your guru and father. So this will be much more helpful to you, and you will feel that you are much more creative and intellectual regarding your actions and efforts during this time. But one thing that since Mars is a natural malefic planet and it is inherently soldier and warrior, so don't force your religious ideas on others during this transit. Otherwise this transit is going to be a very fruitful one, and you will feel that the domestic happiness and mental anxiety which you felt when Venus was in 8th house along with Mars, this domestic happiness will improve when Venus will be transiting through the 9th house, and your married life will also improve. Your relationship with your wife and your husband will also improve during this time. Mercury at present is transiting through the 6th house, and this Mercury is was giving you very good results during in the 6th house. But when the Mercury will enter the sign of Gemini in the 7th house on 7th of July, that time I will say you that be very careful regarding your critical judgment. Means don't jump up to the conclusions regarding your partners, regarding your spouse. It's better to ask questions, it's better to be more communicative with your partners and spouse, rather than passing some judgment or critical opinions. Because when you pass some critical opinions, that leads to lack of love and compassion. Because here this Mercury is asking for you to be more communicative with your spouse. Talk with them, talk to solve the problems, so that that can lead to more fruitful life in your marriage or partners in the life ahead. And this marriage, this Mercury in the 7th house will definitely bring to some fruitful trade contracts or business contracts which you want to make with your partners or business partners. That will be fruitful for you because of this transition of Mercury through the sign of Gemini. Rahu in the 6th house will confer all sorts of success in your life, be it your victory over enemies, be it relationship with your superiors and the subordinates, and your service. It will give you good name, fame, reputation regarding your all your work. This Rahu knows how to do the work in a better manner. Whereas Ketu in the 12th house will make you more spiritual. It will ask you to go more inwards and solve the hidden aspects of your life. So that's it for the month of July for the Sagittarius people. For the Capricorn ascendant people, your Lagna Lord Saturn will be transiting through the first house in the retrograde motion. So it is asking for more discipline, more commitment towards your personal behavior, towards your way of taking the responsibility in front of the whole world. Your accomplishments will increase, and this is the time to work more on shorter projects rather than longer projects. If you choose any short projects, it will take some time, but eventually it will lead to success, and it will become a benchmark for you to work further and go ahead slowly and steadily in your life. And at present, this Saturn is aspecting your 7th house where Mars and Venus is transiting. So it is also asking for more discipline and structure, to be more practical towards your married life, towards your responsibility towards your spouse and business partners. But since Mars is getting debilitated in the 7th house, so this Mars is this Martian energy along with Venus is becoming much more emotional, and this is the time when you have to learn more to become compromising, because now you have to compromise according to the situation. You have to understand the feelings of your spouse also, the feelings and what the opinions of your other business partners have towards you. You have to give importance to them also, because then only you will feel that your married life or your relationships with your business partners or with your wife or husband is becoming far more better. This is not the time to dive deep into the ocean of emotions, because when you become much more emotional, you become more self-centered. This is not the time to become more self-centered. It is the time to give more importance towards your spouse, because your actions and your reactions will also have some consequence on your partner, that can lead to some kind of conflicts or quarrels or disturbance in your married life, because this Mars will also impact your second house of speech. So it can lead to some unwanted expenditures. It can also lead to some harsh tone of speaking. Okay, and this Mars will also impact your 10th house of profession and career. So this mental anxiety which is you are feeling, so you have to work on it, because this Saturn will give you a practical mindset to work and think about the problems which you are facing now. And you have to have a very cooperative mindset to talk with your spouse, to have a very good relationship with him or her, so that the problems get solved. Because when Venus is also transiting through the 7th house, the Venus is also getting afflicted by the aspect of Saturn and the influence of Mars. Here Venus is trying its best to bring a very good relationship with your spouse, with your partners, to give gains and pleasures from your married life. But since here Venus is also getting impacted, so there will be some unwanted frustration or anxiety in your life because of this transit of Mars and Venus. But on 17th, when Venus will enter the sign of Leo in the 8th house, that time this Venus will give more good results in terms of your relationship with your partners, your in laws, and the overall married life. It will also enhance your gains of wealth. It will strengthen your family values, because you see, Jupiter will aspect the 8th house, and on 20th, when Mars will enter the sign of Leo in the 8th house, that time Mars will be in the influence of Venus and Jupiter both. So that time this Mars will be far more free to give good results. But since transit of Mars through the 8th house is not considered so good, so I will say you that most importantly, you should take care of your health. You should take care what you speak, whom you are speaking, and how you are speaking, that you must take care. You also must take care regarding how much wealth or finance you are spending, or on what thing you are spending. You have to be very careful regarding that, because there is an element of suddenness associated with the 8th house. So on the spur of the moment you cannot do something. That is what this Mars is teaching you in the transit of 8th house, because there can be chances of health problems, injuries, accidents associated with the transit of Mars through the 8th house. You suddenly cannot become over adventurous, but this transit of Venus through the 8th house will be very fruitful as far as your married life is concerned. At present, Mercury and Rahu is transiting through your 5th house, but on 7th of July, when Mercury will enter the sign of Gemini in the 6th house, it will give more good results. Your communication and your relationship with your superiors, with your co-workers and subordinates will increase. You will have overall success in your life, and you will feel that you are getting success over your opponents, your victory over the enemies. Okay, overall gain and success in all the projects and ventures which you are taking can be seen through this transit of Mercury. Sun is transiting through the 6th house at present, and this Sun is asking you to be more service oriented towards your superiors, and it is also asking to take care of your subordinates, because if you do so, then that will increase your name, fame, reputation in your service sector. And this Sun is also giving you a very good health. It is making sure that all your diseases are getting cured. Victory over the enemies and opponents are also seen due to this presence of Sun and transit of Sun through the 6th house. It is a very welcome transit. But on 16th of July, when Sun will enter the 7th house, That time it will ask for your cooperation from your spouse, and it will also ask you to cooperate your spouse and business partners. There is no sense of ego should come between you and your business partners or the spouse, wife or husband. The sense of cooperation should always be there, because that is what this sun is teaching, because sun does not likes to intermingle with the masses, and seventh house is the house of masses, the other people. So here sun is teaching you that you need to be very cooperative when you are dealing with the other people, be it your business partners, be it your life partner, because only then only you can set up a very fruitful relationship with them, and that can only when your married life will bring a very fruitful and sweet results in your life. Rahu is at present transiting through your fifth house, and this Rahu is giving you gain and pleasure and happy relationship with your from your children, and gain from speculative business. Romantic affairs can be seen during this transit of Rahu. But since Rahu is also obsession, so it can happen that your children may or progeny may be very demanding during this process of transit of Rahu, and which can be the reason of mental worry or anxiety in your life. Ketu at present is transiting through the 11th house, so it is definitely going to give you success, gains, wealth, and money. But your relationship with your spouse and your elder siblings, okay, and anyone in your close relationships has to be taken care of during this transit of Ketu through the 11th house. Jupiter will be transiting through your second house of wealth and family in the retrograde motion. So now this Jupiter is teaching you to be more wise regarding your decision making, regarding your finance, your wealth, your spendings, your expenditures, and also it is giving you the necessary knowledge to strengthen your family morals and values. It will be very fruitful to make your family bonding much more good and closer. And this Jupiter will also give you the spiritual bent of mind. It will also give you the knowledge of occult sciences, because it will be aspecting the 8th house by its 7th aspect, and it is also beneficial for your career and profession, and also your service. So this is the planetary transits for the sign of Capricorn ascendant, and for the month of July 2021. For the Aquarius ascendant people, the Lagna Lord Saturn will be transiting in the 12th house in the sign of Capricorn in the retrograde motion, and this is the time when you have to take care more of your health and personality, because the whole world will be looking at you, and you may also feel that the people in and around you whom you have been cooperating all along this time, you may not get the support, same kind of support from those people when you need it. And there may be some chances that the projects or ventures which you didn't complete on time, so now this is the time when you have to complete it, whether you want it or not, but there will be some kind of element of boundness when you have to complete those pursuits. Since Saturn is also the 12th lord, and it is the planet which transits very slowly, so the comforts, the luxuries and pleasures of your life will come in your life in a through the mode of hard work. You have to work more hard in order to make your financial and wealth and economical situations much more better in your life. So that will require some hard work and commitment and discipline, because Saturn will aspect the second house through its third aspect. But there will be some spiritual bent of mind when Saturn will be transiting through the 12th house, and at present Jupiter is transiting through the first house in the retrograde motion in the sign of Aquarius. This is definitely increasing your wisdom and knowledge. It is making you spiritual, and it is also benefiting your personality in front of the whole world. Although Saturn, the Lagna Lord, is transiting in the 12th house, but still this Jupiter will prove to be beneficial as far as your personality is concerned in front of the whole world. Your marital life, your relationship with your progeny, your education, your intelligence, and your luck and fortune will improve during this time due to this transit of Jupiter. and your relationship with your father, guru, your elders will also improve. But since this Jupiter is retrograde in motion, so you need to work on your wisdom, on your intelligence and your knowledge, that you need to learn certain new things in order to present yourself in front of the whole world, and that in turn can help you build new relationships, new kind of relationships, and also helpful in your marital life, with your relationship with your children and father. Mercury at present is transiting through your 4th house, but on 7th of July, very soon, it will enter the sign of Gemini in the 5th house. So that time, this Mercury and Sun, because Sun is also transiting at present in the sign of Gemini, this Sun and Mercury will combinedly will help in your intelligence, help in your creativity, but it can also boost your ego. So do not specify more on certain topics, do not be stubborn on certain things, because that can, because out of your ego, your communication or your how you are interacting with the other people can get disturbed. That can lead to some kind of mental irritation and anxiety. And another thing, since Sun is the original 5th lord of the natural zodiac, and since Sun is transiting through the 5th house, so there can be the chances that you may uplift your creative talents, your creative self expression will be very good. But one thing, that do not allow your ego to spoil it. But otherwise, you can enjoy the pleasures of your life during this transit of Sun through your 5th house. And regarding Mercury, I will say that it can lead to some kind of conflicts with your children and progeny. So be very careful regarding how you are putting your intelligence in front of the whole world. On 16th of July, Sun will enter the sign of Cancer in your 6th house. So that time, this Sun will prove to be very giving very good results as far as your service is concerned, your relationship with your authority and superiors are concerned. Your if you are having subordinates under you, then you have to take special care for them during this transit of Sun through your 6th house. At present, Mars and Venus will be transiting through the 6th house, and this transit of Mars through the 6th house is normally considered very good, but since it is getting debilitated, so there will be some unwanted mental anxiety and frustration related to your work environment, your service sector, with the relationship with your superiors, authority, your subordinates, and the co workers. You may feel that people are jealous of your work, and that can lead to some kind of problems. Although Venus will be there, Venus will try to mitigate the problems, Venus will try to build a good relationship with your superiors and your co-workers. But since Venus is also the significator of spouse and your married life, so this Venus can create some problems in your 6th house transit, because now you have to take care of your spouse, now you have to take care of the health of your spouse and your marital life during this transit of Venus through the 6th house. On 17th, Venus will enter the 7th house. That time, Venus will give very good result in accordance to your marital life. Your relationship with your spouse will be improved during this transit of Venus. And on 20th, when Mars will enter the sign of Leo in the 7th house, that time Mars will be under the influence of Jupiter and Venus. Although transit of Mars through the 7th house is normally not considered so good, because it leads to some unwanted quarrels and fights and anxiety, some harsh speech. Okay, because Mars does not like to compromise, and this is the time when you have to learn to compromise. You have to understand the opinions and the things which your spouse or partner is trying to say you. By this way, this transit of Mars can be beneficial for you, because don't forget, Jupiter is aspecting the 7th house and Venus is also transiting through the 7th house. So there will be some divine grace and blessings which will work in your way as far as your married life is concerned. At present, Rahu will be transiting through the 4th house, and this will bring gains and domestic happiness. Acquirement of landed properties can be seen due to this presence of Rahu. But since Rahu is a malefic planet transiting through the 4th house of mental peace and happiness, so there is an element of mental anxiety which will be there, which cannot be ignored. So you have to take care regarding that. You have to take care regarding your obsessions and desires. Ketu will be transiting through the 10th house, so there can be some element of dissatisfaction and changes in profession, and you have to be very careful regarding your desires and ambitions, and also you have to respect the achievements which you have already achieved. You have to respect that, and you have to control your desires and ambitions. So that's it for the Aquarius ascendant people for the month of July 2021. For the Pisces ascendant people, your Lagna Lord Jupiter will be transiting in the 12th house in the sign of Aquarius in the retrograde motion. So, this is the time when you have to work more on your health and personality. Obviously, this Jupiter will definitely give you some spiritual and religious bent of mind, and your interest towards occult and metaphysical studies will increase. And since Jupiter is also your 10th lord coming into the 12th house, if you are associated with multinational companies or if you are having some foreign clients, then this will be beneficial for you. And take care of your financial and wealth aspect. Okay, don't make some unwanted expenditures or spendings during this transit when Jupiter is transiting through your 12th house. At present, Saturn will be transiting through your 11th house as the 11th lord in the retrograde motion. So this is a very favorable transit as far as Saturn is considered, because this will lead to gain of wealth, money, name, fame, honors, promotions. Okay, your domestic life will improve during this transit of Saturn, and this Saturn will also improve your set of interaction with your network circles, with your friends, and to build up a new cooperative environment to get success in all the efforts and ventures which you are working on. Maybe you are working on some project or some pursuits, so that will be much more beneficial and lead to success during this transit of Saturn through your 11th house in the sign of Capricorn. But only thing you need to have is discipline and commitment, because it is getting retrograde, so it is becoming much more powerful during this time. Rahu and Mercury will be transiting through your third house, but on 7th, very soon, Mercury will enter the fourth house. So, at present, Sun is present in the fourth house. It is transiting through the sign of Gemini. So, due to this presence of hot and fiery planet Sun through the house of happiness and mental peace, that is the fourth house, there will be some unwanted mental anxiety and frustration related to your home or homely environment. But when Mercury will join Sun here, that time your intellect will be boosted up, and that time you will understand that what things to work upon to get the happiness, because that time your plans and schemes will lead to success, gain of happiness and money. It will also impact your career, because the Sun and Mercury will directly look into your 10th house, and your career and profession will be much more better than before. And this Mercury will also build up good relationships with your family members. You will get the cooperations from the family members and your parents. At present, Mars and Venus is transiting through your fifth house. You see, this Mars is getting debilitated. So I will say you that during this time, even if you are associated with any sports or athletics, or suppose if you like adventure, so take care regarding whatever efforts or actions you are taking, because Mars will be aspecting the eighth house. So discipline is required. If you are suppose out of your adventurous spirit and mood, if you are not following the correct path, then that can lead to some kind of injuries or accidents. Discipline is very essential during this transit of Mars. And Venus here will be very much beneficial for you for this transit of Venus in the fifth house, because it will bring good relationships with your progeny. It will bring good amusements and pleasure as far as your creative talents are concerned. It will bring gains, name and fame in front of the whole world due to this positive influence of Venus through the fifth house. On 17th, when Venus will enter the sign of Leo in the sixth house, and 20th, when Mars will enter the sign of Leo in the sixth house, that time that this Mars and Venus will be far more better. as far as your service sector is concerned, your relationship with your superiors, with your subordinates and co-workers are concerned, because this Mars will be much more free to give good results in the sixth house. It will curb down your enemies. It will make sure that you get success in all the pursuits and ventures which you undertake. It will make you more competitive. Your works, all the works which you undertake will lead to success, and it will lead to completion. But since Venus is also the significator of your marriage and spouse, it is transiting through the sixth house, is normally not considered very good. Take care of the health of your spouse, and take care regarding how you relate with your spouse, how your relationship with your spouse is, or the marital life. Take care regarding that. On 16th of July, Sun will enter the fifth house in the sign of Cancer. So that time you may feel that there is an emotional upsurge. You may feel that your ego is getting boosted up, and you have to take care regarding that how you interact with the other people, because if you are interacting with the other people with that boosted ego, that can lead to some kind of irritation and frustration and anxiety. Unwanted it will be. So that is the thing which you have to take care. Otherwise, this Sun in the transit of fifth house in the sign of Cancer after 16th of July can be helpful in your creative self expression and talents in front of the whole world, means how you are expressing yourself. So that will be a beneficial transit if you take it in that way. At present, Ketu will be transiting through your ninth house, which is making you spiritual, and Rahu will be transiting through your third house, which will actually give you success in all the efforts and actions in all the projects and ventures, be it your writing or publishing, be it your short travels, or be it your hobbies or creative talents. You will be getting success in all the ventures due to the transit of Rahu through your third house. So that's it for the Pisces ascendant people for the month of July 2021. So as you have seen that how the planets are going to play their part in the month of July 2021, and if you have liked this video, press the like button, tap onto the share button so that you can share it to your near and dear ones, and your comments are always welcome. So don't forget to type your important queries and opinions in the comment box. So till then, when I come back for with a new video, I'm signing off for today. Thanking you. Bye bye.